Hello guys, this is daily vlog number 3. Today it's raining a lot, so I figured I was gonna stay home, and since there's not much to show you here, I figured why not tell you why I'm here, why I'm doing this daily vlog, why I decided to travel, and why I decided to be a model. So the reason I decided I wanted to travel, and I mean everybody wants to travel, but the big event for me that said, okay, like Max, you need to travel now. You can't keep living life as you're living it because it's just gonna bring you to absolutely nowhere. I don't really want to talk about it, but whatever. So when I was 19, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer, and since that time, those were that was a big those were big news for me and my family. And before that time, I used to be really um, how to say teenage 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 I don't care type person. And that I think that experience made me think a lot. Being close to death in that way, and to the preciousness, the value of life and living and health. I think that is what changed me the most. And so from that experience, I decided that I needed to travel and experience as many things as I can, so that if life was ever going to end, and I would still be happy with what I've accomplished and lived. Yeah, so all of this to come back to, I needed to find not a reason, but I needed to find a way to travel. So my first option was becoming a scuba diver instructor, and so I make my online research and I search about becoming a diving instructor, and turns out you need about $10,000 to become an instructor. So on my first trip, when I came back in Montreal, I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna amass some money, go back out and travel. So I wanted to actually that was my first solo travel. I wanted to discover more myself and really understand maybe who I was and why I was here in this world. And so in that trip, I decided, okay, you know what? I need to find a way to keep traveling and be able to afford it. So how can I work and travel? So I found some jobs here and there, but like money as a traveler and in other countries is the salary is very low and hard to live on. And at some point, I ran out of money and I had to come back home. And when I was back home, then I decided, okay, now when I go back out with my $10,000, I'll become a dive master, I'll become a scuba instructor, and I'll keep traveling around the world. That was the original plan. And so my girlfriend at the time, when I told her that, she told me that I could maybe become a model. So the next day, I went to see every agency in Montreal and some agency for Montreal. When I went inside, went to come and see me and said like, okay, you know what? You have potential. We're gonna take you in. What are your goals? My goals are to travel. That's it. So we spent the next year trying to build a portfolio, the money that I had previously saved was going into modeling, so I was paying for test shoots and other stuff, and we were trying to build a book to go international. So after 1 year, my agent found me a contract here in Thailand, and when I came to work here the first time, I didn't really like it because I think what I had in my mind was still like, okay, like scuba diving, and that would be better than what I'm doing right now. So I couldn't really fully enjoy what it meant and what it is to be a model. So after 3 months, I decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this dive master and see like, is this what I really want to do? And turns out when I did the dive master and I did my own research, I asked about people, how were they living, like how much money were they making, and were they able to save. And turns out like here in Asia, it's really hard to make a living or saving when you're doing scuba diving. And the people that work in that industry, um, from what I've seen, is not really the kind of people I want to be with. Um, Mostly, I feel like it's a kind of a more of a escapism than living. So more like I don't want to work the 9 to 5 job. I don't want to live in the city. I don't know. It's not what I was expecting, and there's a lot of alcoholism and just not the kind of people I want to hang with. So I decided then I wasn't going to be a scuba diving instructor, and I was going to keep diving as a hobby and something I like to do. And so then I went back home and decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to go back home for Christmas and everything. And I had to go back because of Medicare insurance, etc. back in Canada. I decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to go back home. I'm gonna work and wait for another contract abroad and just do this modeling thing like 100%. And so COVID happened, and I had to stay home longer than expected. And well, I couldn't find another contract abroad until 4 months ago when I contacted the agency that I had previously worked here, and they offered me another contract. So, all right, I said yes. Let's go. Let's do another contract, and that brings me here to Thailand. So now, still with the situation and the pandemic, I'm gonna stay here because for me here it's a place where I feel safe. I can say, I know that like the risks are lower because I don't need as many jobs to keep on surviving here. And yeah, so where I'm at right now is I'm trying to pursue modeling as much as I can, but even if I'm doing everything in my power to get more jobs, there's actually a lot that you can't control in this industry. So I'm trying to use the free time that I have to be productive and do other things, and that's why I'm doing the daily vlogs challenge. Um, I had like a kind of a hate against filmmaking since last year when I first started making videos and decided that it wasn't for me, and decided to sell all of my stuff. I had a lot of stuff. I had like good Sony cameras, gimbals, drones, lights, you name it. I had everything. And I was always stuck in that wheel of like getting new gear to make better videos, and I was always in that, oh, it's gonna be better later. Like I was never enjoying the process, never enjoying actually pulling out my camera and filming, because everything was so heavy, it was so hard, it was bringing me out of the moment all the time. every time I had to think like, oh, okay, I need to set up, I need to take a shot, I need to talk, and it was too much pressure, I guess. And all I wanted was to be able to do what I want to do and travel the world by doing YouTube. And I feel like, yeah, that was a dream. That was like a cool dream, but I wasn't looking at the reality of things, whereas I am more now. Yeah, YouTube is not something you should pursue. I think YouTube is just something you want to do because um, it brings you something or you enjoy it, and that is the mentality I'm trying to go in this time. Going into YouTube is more like I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it because I want to become myself in front of the camera. I'm doing it because I want to take back that thing that I dropped for some reasons that maybe are not the best reasons, and I want to be able to change my perspective on filmmaking. Um, I think it's a beautiful medium. It's so powerful, and you can do so much with it. And I know I want to be creative, so yeah, this is the medium I chose. And for the next 10 days, I'm testing myself out. Like, how can I? What is the impact that this have on my life and my daily? And do I really hate it, or did I just hate like the approach that I had before? So these are the questions I'm trying to answer while doing this daily vlog. And yeah, I'm sharing all of this to you because I guess if I want to be myself, then I need to be honest. And yeah, this is why I'm doing it, and that's it. So I know this was long. If you stayed for the whole thing, well, good. I'm happy you did. It was maybe a bit dark, so I'll try to make it more fun and interesting on the next vlog. Today I stayed home. It was rainy, so that's all you get. It's a talking head for I don't know how long this is. And tomorrow I actually have to go to a government building of working immigration. Anyway, I need to renew my work permit, so you'll get to see like how this is. So thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.